What the hell? Huh? Echo has captured, but why am I not capturing? Huh? There is something wrong. Focus. What the hell? So we're live, everybody. I don't know why. Default key, default stream, but why am I not seeing my macOS audio capture? Yes. Screen capture. Screen capture is not working, maybe? Okay, now it's working. And now it's working. Huh. Okay. Hello. I set up a camera. I hope you like it. We're gonna try to do some coding. I promised to up my content game. So here I am trying to up my content game. Can you hear me? I cannot test. I can actually test. Wait a minute. I guess I should also try and play some music here so we don't feel so lonely. Documents, streaming. This thing. Yes. Hello. Yes. Yes. macOS audio capture. Audio capture is not capturing audio. How amazing is that? Is this working? I'm still trying to set it up. I'm sorry. Okay, yeah, I think it's working. And the audio is working. Although a bit loud. Here it is. What's next? Oh yeah, I need to check my audio. 1 minute. My microphone. Yes, my microphone is working. Hello. Am I in frame? No. So I need to do this. Yes, now I appear to be in frame. Hello. This camera is so high definition, it's insane. Okay, I'm just going to do a really quick audio check. I have been talking without my microphone. I have so many things in this desk. It's insane. Okay. Hello. So, where we left off. Yes, here. Here's where we left off. So, for everybody, or for anyone that did not... Can you hear me? I am actively checking. Yes. So, for anybody that didn't catch up on what we were doing, because I was off camera, or off stream, one could say. So, here in this screen, I have Open C# project. I hope this Mac does not crash. Okay, now. Yes, here is the script. You cannot see the script because I need to do... No. Why? Yes, is this good? This is good, right? Which one is good? I think this one is good. I can actually check. There's a little latency. Okay. So, let's make this bigger. What is this? I did not want to do this. Okay, perfect. So where were we? We were trying to make this scriptable racer, scriptable AI, scriptable whatever you might want to call it. So, where were we? I have a bunch of variables, not very entertaining. But what we have in here is functions. So, fixed update. This is the wrong script actually. AI racer. This is the right script. Okay. Now, yeah. The script just looks better, huh? If you compare it to this one. Okay. So, where we left off. Or where I left off. Actually, we left off a while ago. Which is not good. I'll actually do a small recap. Not just for you, but for me as well. Huh? Oh no. Oh no. This is not very professional. This is the exact opposite. It won't stay. How do people stream every day? I will never get it. Okay, this looks good. Can you see me? Yes, you can. You need to be tilted. Yes, this is better. Okay, so I don't know what that is. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I'll do a small, not a small, but a little recap. So I am replacing my spline, or actually I'm replacing my waypoints with said spline, and just by looking at it, it's just better, right? Look how smooth these lines are, right? So where we were earlier is, this light is killing me. So this is the waypoint system that we used to use before. And is everything okay? Yes, everything looks okay. I'll minimize this. I'll minimize this. And in here, I don't have anything. Okay, perfect. So, where we left off. So I had this track waypoints actually, which just has references of nodes. These nodes are just vectors. So, not vectors, but transforms. So game objects. This is not only difficult to maintain, but it's not a viable solution. It did work, but it's not a viable solution. So we're using a spline. And the good thing about splines is that you don't need to maintain them like at all, right? How is this camera so good? Can I lower this quality? I don't want you to see my pores. This microphone is good. Okay. So, what's left now? Well, the first thing that I would like to do is to determine which player is in front and which is behind. And to do that, this could actually be a small clip that I can post. I see a lot of people don't have time to tune in or to join these streams. So the small videos, the short videos, should I say, really do help. But a quick recap, what we're doing here. Gizmos is not, we don't care about gizmos, right? What we do care about is all of these. So these are obviously just variables, right? Doesn't matter. Well, what does matter is the code behind them. So in fixed update, what we're doing, this is not very pretty or a very viable solution, should I say. But what I'm doing here is just passing my AI input. I feel wrong saying AI. This is just scripted behavior. I don't know. Let's just call it AI for now. So if the tag here is AI, we use this, and obviously we need the script. And then we have this ahead distance. Oh yeah, I'm doing this ahead distance. This is very hacky. I'm still working on this. Actually, let's add in a /to do. This needs proper set up, and also some fine tuning. But for now, this this works really well. Muy bien. Next thing is I should format document. Yes. Next thing, what we do, we calculate points. What happened in here? Closest point, ahead point, blah blah blah. Curvature is telling us if we need to slow down, speed up, whatever. Steer car. This just tells. Can you see this? So this just tells if the AI is pointing this way, it should turn its wheels into this direction. And this direction is the next point, or the ahead point that we need to look at and drive towards. Accelerate car. This is a little tricky. This also needs a little bit rework. I don't know why it doesn't feel very good. Anyway, this works. Let's let it compile, and let's try and make. Is this music too loud? No, it is just for me too loud. Okay, perfect. So, okay. So, now we need some kind of a scene manager or a game manager or some sort of a script. So let's go into our scripts. Actually, we can just do it from here. But it's better to do it from here because it already, well, it's the intended way of doing it. So we have core. So these are the core mechanics. in the core mechanics, I will add in a mono behavior script called, let's call it game manager for now. So game manager, like this. Let's go back here. And in the core, I have a game manager. So what does game manager do? Well, this game manager will read, every player should have a sort of a reference to the spline, so we know how far into the track, right? So we can know which car is in front and which car is behind, so we can determine you are the first, you are the second, you are the third, whatever. So this game manager will only like hold a list of these, and then later we can just show it into the screen. So for now, what we need to do is we need to add a reference from this spline into each and every racer. And that does not include this AI racer, right? This AI racer, for now, what this does is it takes in this closest point, and we need to pay to have a, actually there's a much easier way. So I already have a state machine where I hold everything, right? I hold all of my whatever it is required to have for this car to run. And here is the car, right? And in the car, what I just need to do is to hold some variables. So for now, we need I need this to have pop out chat. Yes, thank you. So what we need in here is to have a reference of this said like spline manager or something like that. We can have it in the car manager or the car controller. I don't know which one is the best actually. What do you guys think? Where should we have our position? Where should we calculate our position? Because I'm trying to think and I'm trying to make this this sort of operation, so to say, not very costly in our CPU, because I'm trying to be like a little efficient, you know. We have to be efficient because we want our game to run in a brick. So let's for now. I have headers in here, outside variables. Oh, this is just variables for the slip. This does not concern us. So for now, let's do debug, right? And into debug, we will say pub float. We can say spline float. No, I cannot say spline float. I can say spline position float, like this. And this is not 0 but 0 point. Actually, we don't have to define, but let's do it anyway. So now I have this spline position float, and I have a function to calculate said spline, right? So calculate points here, and here this is this it? Calculate curvature. Yeah, this is the point. And somewhere in here we should have a normalized variable. Convert normalized t to length meters. Yeah, we don't need length meters, we need a normalized variable. So a normalized variable means that something or some function that we are trying to calculate, normalized means whatever the size of that is from 0 to 1, right? So it's for example from 0 to 82. Normalized means from 0 to 1. And 1 obviously means 82, right? What monitors do I have? What monitors? I don't know. But I do know, I can actually show you. I can show you. I can show you actually. One moment. If I can find it. Displays. Yes. So here I'm using this. The only problem is that these two are the same, right? Same monitors, but if you pay attention, this one is 144. This one is 200. And it's because I'm using a Type-C connector. I don't know why. Anyway, where was I? So, spline. This, I think, this holds get nearest position. So spline out nearest point. Yeah, this is the position and it's a float 3. I don't want a float 3 actually. I want just a T. And I think the T should be a float. Yeah, this T. Right? And all like you can just you can what am I trying to say? You can just try and draw the picture right now. So all we need is just this T. That's all we need. So we just need this T to be present into the state machine, right? I need to open this window, sorry. I don't think you can hear any noises. This microphone is like, you need to get really close for it to work. Okay, so now that we have a state machine, this spline position float, all we have to do is to take this T and put it into the car state machine, right? We already have a reference to said car state machine. So all we need to do, literally all we need to do, since this gets calculated every fixed update, so every frame, since this gets calculated every frame, we don't need to worry about like latency or whatever. So now that we have this T down here, we can say state machine dot spline position of float is equal to T. That's it. That's literally it. And in here, this is going to be a little more difficult because in here we need a public list of car state machines, right? This is what we need. And somehow we need to find a way to like get these references, but get them in like a way that won't kill the computer. Because if you search every game object in your scene, you might have like millions of objects, and that's not very good. So void start cars new list for each transform. What is this doing? I'm just going to snooze you. But this AI thing, bro, is just this AI thing is really not good. I think it's like hurting people. Because, you know, you get, for example, we do cancel snooze, and we do a void update, and then we wait for it to do our code, right? So if we wait a little bit and let's like save speed, and then this, and then this, and then this, what is this doing, right? It can never guess, because coding is supposed to be like somehow personal. I feel like I'm yapping too much, I'm sorry. What was I doing? Yes. So cars is equal to find, I think there is find object of type. There was a way to get all of these, but let's not worry about this right now, actually. Let's just have a reference, and that's all we need for now, right? And let's try and test it out and see what's going on. Because this is going to give me like many problems later. So let's try and play. And let's see where we are right now. We have this AI racer. And the AR racer is like, it's just a little like fine tuning, and I think it's like ready. Because it already has everything it needs, right? Don't worry about the camera. The camera is like literally a child of the object. And that's why it's so shaky. But what I'm trying to see is the state machine, and we have this spline float. This tells us how far we are in the loop, and we also need to have like some barriers in here so that the car doesn't go into the other track and just continue. What is the difference between mono behavior scripts versus plain C# script in a performance POV? I'm sorry, this feels like it's some kind of exam question. Oh wow. If I click here, so if I click in some other window, this completely freezes. Okay, so to answer your question, a mono behavior script is literally a behavior script, right? But I guess you already know that in performance POV, there is no performance POV. There is actions that you want to do in a normal C# script, right? Some, for example, you want to generate some hashed key. You don't need the mono behavior, if that makes sense. These kind of questions are usually asked in a big project. But that's a really good question, Mr. Paulo Matthias. Are you German? Bist du Deutscher? I hope you're not. I hope you're not, because you will yell at me, and I know it. I'm sorry. I'm joking. Yes. Okay. The next point, or the next thing that we need to do, is for the normal racer to have set float, right? It needs to have a set float to be able... Portuguese. Okay, perfect. The normal players will have to also have this, you know, like distance from the start. So what we need to do is some shady stuff. So if we were to like build a professional game, so to say, we wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do this because I fear nothing. So I have car controller, and in car controller I can just cram in whatever I want to cram in here, right? And I will do region and spline. Let's just name it spline for now, because it's really nice and easy. So what this is going to do is just going to be a void, so no returns. And then, oh yeah, update spline. That's a good name. So instead of just doing state machine like you are telling me to do, because this is not what we want to do, we want to just go here, calculate points. So what we want to do is we want to take these points. So we want to take this calculation. We want to do the same thing for the normal racer and the AI, and then we can just compare this float, this normalized float, right? I'm doing too much hand gestures. I feel like an Italian. Molto bene. I'm gonna go to jail. Anyway. So we were going to do something like really diabolic. And what I'm going to do... You shouldn't do this, by the way. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to steal this from here. And then I'm just going to go here and put it in, right? I didn't read your comment, sorry. Perhaps you need compression on your microphone or keep your distance from it. Moving around can cause significant change in voice volume. Really? 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 But I have microphone here. I cannot mess. What? I cannot open any options. I can mute it. But yeah, this microphone is just really shit. My question is in the context that I assume if you have a big project with dozens of mono behaviors, it will hurt performance, right? It will obviously hurt performance. And your question is not, it's not wrong. It's really like a well-placed question. So for example, like a really, really good example would be if you had, actually, what I want to do here. Where is my thing? Yes, here. Why is this frozen? This is frozen for some reason. Okay, so I have a whiteboard. Can you see? Yes, you can see. So for example, no, I don't want to do this. I want to do this. No. Yes. It's MacBook. Don't think too much about it. So normal C# versus C# mono behavior. So in mono behaviors, you want to handle like anything that moves, right? I'm learning game dev and better to ask to pros. I'm not a pro. Don't call me a pro. I'm like below average. So mono behavior. You want to use this mono behavior to dictate, like, let's actually write this down. Dictate, I'm gonna write it like this. Don't worry about it. Dictate some action, right? Right? And in C#, what do you want to do? This cannot dictate. This can like literally, this cannot tell any game object to do this, do that. However, it can hold a list of things that you want to do. So you can just store it in a C#, a normal C#. So it's not a behavior script, but it's a C# script that you can just load in later, right? My microphone. So now that you have a C# script, let's say, for example, we are coding The Witcher 3. The Witcher 3 has this, like, a part of code which is monitored by this game, like, mono behavior. And it monitors and it monitors, and it has some if statements. So, for example, if the main character goes to this location, what happens then? Then it triggers some set, I don't know, whatever, some set action. This set action is saved in here, right? And this tells it, in this time that you are calling me, you should do this. And this loads from here back to here. And then from here, it can go into this dictate, and then it can just do whatever it wants. So if we had this in here all the time, imagine how many scripts there would be just running on the background doing nothing, right? This is why we need it. That's a good question. I hope I gave somewhat good of explanation. So I'm going to steal all of these, and bear with me. I know what I'm doing. And I'm going to put them in here. So now we don't need to calculate a head point, right? We don't need that. All we need is this. And convert normalize into meters. We don't want that for now, at least. We want to just normalize variable. We can just delete this for now, right? We have this. We have, why is this being closed twice? This is why. Okay, now spline container. We don't have a spline container, right? And we want to cancel if spline container. Actually, we need the spline container. What type of variable this is? We want to take this. Don't worry about the placement of this. We're gonna take care of that in just a minute. So spline container. This is showing me gray because I need a import, right? So this is the spline. Go back here, add the spline. Now we have the spline. We have the spline container, and we want to ask if spline container is equal to null. Return. We don't want to cause any, like, we don't want to crash our game, or we don't want to tell the player, hey, you are missing this, because he shouldn't even see this, right? We should take care of this. So for now, let's just leave it like this, and we are going to do a to do. This needs to be pointed automatically to the spline container, obviously to the spline container. Now you can see that these are now like sort of gray, and that means I'm not using them. So instead of going one by one and seeing here, hey, what do we need, what do we not need, I can just copy the whole entire thing, and now I can just look. We don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this, we don't need this. Just delete them, right? We don't use them. Delete them. So I'm going to do a little cleaning here. Bear with me. I will be back very shortly. So basically, less mono behavior script, which can serve as brains. That's a good analogy. And plain C# script with systems that can be snatched whenever the game needs. Yes, that is correct. Hello, Mr. RS Dani. Dani, that sounds like Albanish. So, I was doing some cleaning here. I don't have curvature. I don't have all of these. I don't have you. What are these? Mark field as read only. I don't use those. I have nearest point. What is nearest point? Did I delete nearest point or something? I know this can be boring. This is just a float variable. Yes, it is a float variable. So go into the floats, add in one of these. Nearest point t. Oh yeah, we don't use this because nearest point t is supposed to give me the ahead point. That's why I don't use it. Active spline. We also need to use this, but we're not using it. So ahead is gone. Nearest point also gone. Okay, now I have update spline, and I just need to call this update spline into the main. And I have update in here, which is not right. I should do fixed update, but I'm doing update because I want to get keys, right? I want to get these. These should be handled from another script. So we have our code, like blocks of code. This is not blocks, this is just spaghetti. And spaghetti is tasty, but it's not very good. Translate power to wheels. Oh yeah, we're not doing this in here. We're doing this in the wheels thing. We have now, I'm forgetting something. I'm forgetting something really like crucial. I'm forgetting this, which is not good. So this usually resides here, and then this spline container, there is usually one spline container within a track. So since I have one spline container, I can just borrow this code from the start. So spline container track, and then in this track, right? And now we should have this. So game object find like this. Why is it saying this? Quick fix, suppress. No, I don't want to suppress. Quick fix, no. Okay, now let's see if it actually works. We want to now try and race. And to do that, we need the camera. So here's our camera. I don't know why this camera is like this. Oh yeah, I can do this. And I have main camera, do this. And then I have this, which shouldn't be an AI, but it should be a player. And I do this. I have null references. Don't you love to see null references? This looks really good though, huh? Where did you learn programming? I learned programming in my computer. No, I learned programming while doing programming. Scriptable eraser, we are not using this. I can remove. And I think I have... am I missing something? Yeah, this has AI eraser, this doesn't have. But this is missing a controller. There is a car controller, but there is a controller here. I don't know my own code, bro. This is embarrassing. Okay, I have a quick fix for this. I'm going to do this. I'm going to duplicate. And I'm going to make you into player. I'm going to disable you. And I'm going to enable you. And now I think I have a... somewhere I need to reference something. And I don't remember what. And I hope everything works. So in theory, we should be able to race now. Oh yeah, we are able to race. But we're not racing with anyone. So I guess we can do... let's do this, right? So first of all, take you in here. And the second of all, hit play. That's a cool way to learn something. Hell yeah. Okay, we have a racing. We have a racing. Yes, English. But most importantly, do we have what we need? So, we are looking for a normalized float that will tell us how far we are into the track, right? Do we have that? Spline position. This guy should be in front, which means his float needs to be greater than my float. His float is greater than my float. His float is greater than my float? Is it? Oh, wait. That's not the AI, that's me. Where is the AI? Here's the AI. Yeah, this is greater, huh? This is 19, and this is 0.9. Okay, so we have something, right? We have something. Let's pause this, and let's get a better visualization. Visualization. So what I want to do is I have a game manager, and I want to just display public. Can we do map? Like integer map. No, it's integer like this. New map. Mapping type. What is mapping type? I don't know. Okay, let's have a list. So I have a list. I want to cast the list into floats. So I have a list of floats, not float 3, but just normal floats. And in here, I want to have this. No, not this, but the position. So this float. And let's name it. What do you name it actually? Position? Positions is equal to new. List of floats empty. Perfect. I think I can use this new, right? Yes. Okay, perfect. Now I have cars. I'm not gonna get this because I'm going to assign it manually because I will do it later. However, I want to say for each item in course, position.add. That's not right though. Is it right? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I will have to say a normal for loop. And inside this loop, I will have course dot. Oh yeah, we need count in here, not length. And now I need to say if positions dot count is less than this index, I want to add. Otherwise, I want to say positions into the I is equal to this, right? Not position. Why is this doing like that? Course transition position dot y. No, course dot spline position. And then here is spline position. So this is, one more time, this is like a little wrong because we're doing if statements inside of for loop, which is inside of update loop. This should be a fixed update. But since this is like not relatively small, right? We don't care yet. So let's create a game manager. Game manager can be reset, doesn't matter. We have core game manager is game manager. I have list. I add this list here and I had this list here. Perfect. Now I have position set to 0, right? If I press play now, this positions is still 0 because, oh yeah, oh yeah, there should be a -1 here somewhere. I don't remember where. I have a better idea. So I will do public float positions, and positions for now is equal to course dot. Oh yeah, I cannot do this in here. Yeah, that's right. So positions is equal to new float car count. Perfect. And then positions is why do you keep doing this? I don't want you to do this. This is simple shit. I'm sorry. This dot spline position. Yes, spline float. Okay, so we just want to display whatever the hell we want. We want to display whatever we want. Is that English? Okay, now we have 2 positions and everything looks good. So if I unpause this, this should update. Let's see. Finally. Oh my god, finally it updates. Okay, so we should see, if I break now, we should see one of them is progressing. This is defaulting to the end of the list, which is wrong. So now I go 9999999 and then I go back to 0. Perfect. And now we know who the hell is in front and who the hell is in the back. Isn't that amazing? I feel like we're doing really good progress. And I would like to end this stream. I hope you're happy with this face. I'm using my phone because I don't have a camera because I'm too lazy to go get one. But yeah, anyway, we have a game. We should only one thing we should do is, there's only one thing I want to do. There's only one thing I wanted to bear with me. Bear with me. I think we're doing some good progress. So I do select material, not shader, and I duplicate you. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Where is duplicate? I don't have duplicate. Okay, can I do... Wait a minute, I had vehicles. Chiron. Do I have a prefab of it? I have a prefab. Does it work? How is it not crashing now? It's not crashing somehow. This should crash. I have a Testarossa here that is not Testarossing. Which one is it? The first one. Okay, perfect. Now, here it is. Was a nice session, thank you. It was nice having you. So, as an end node, or as an end, like, he is so far behind. I mean, in front. This looks really good. This, like, definitely looks good. We're definitely in the right track. Check? Not check, but track. We're not in the right track. Okay, what I wanted to do before I close. What I want to do is take you, rotate you in front, like this, and try and have a small race. So maximize, start playing. I cannot play. Why can I not play? I cannot play. Why can I not play? Huh? It crashed. That's why I cannot play. Okay. I have a problem. Mouse is not mousing. Why? Okay, now it looks good. Okay, perfect. It was a mouse problem, sorry. Okay, so now let's try and have a race. I have nitrous, he doesn't have nitrous. Camera is a bit too far, huh? Oh yeah. This feels nice. It also feels a little nicer to know that I did this and I have invisible walls in my game. Where is it? No, wheels manager. Okay, let's add in some power. No, this is wheel curve. Where is my controller? Yes, here, engine power. Actually, I don't need engine power. I need shifter settings. No, where is my engine smooth damp min? Is it in the state machine? State machine. No. I'm looking for the variable that will give me extra power when I click shift. Oh, core stats. Yes. So maximum Newton power, Newton meters, and then boost Newton meters. Let's make it all the way up. Hello. Who is saying hello? Why did this come here though? This shouldn't be here. I don't know what's going on. Hello, Maltazar. Maltazar E. Maltazar 3. How are you? We are sadly trying to end the stream, and I want to end it in a good note. So, hit play. Oh yeah, it is working. But his is working better. And I cannot turn. This car is way too heavy. Oh yeah, he crashed. And I can just pass him. Okay. Hell yeah. Okay, I am really... I was trying to say really and very at the same time. I'm stuck. Help me, step car. Thank you for joining. It was a laggy stream, to say the least. But yeah, thank you, and we'll see you probably soon. Hopefully soon.